Hi everybody, my name is Kat. If you do or do not know me, I'm kind of just welcoming everybody. I really hope that I can meet new people through this, have strangers follow me, friends follow me, whoever. Welcome to my first blog entry. This is actually a new blog that I'm starting. I started a blog about a year ago when I was moving to Seattle, and I was on my way to train and work as a performance artist out in Seattle. And not that that wasn't a success, I did a lot of great things in Seattle, but I wound up, for financial reasons, having to come back to Montana. And I also, once that happened, I stopped writing in my blog, really, and a lot of it kind of stemmed from this fear of judgment, which was kind of a lot of me judging myself because, I had to come back and I had to do all of these things and, kind of took all of these off-site adventures that, I kind of felt bad about, like I had failed myself, and in reality I hadn't. It was just kind of a backtrack to really understand, I think, what I want in my life, because performance is definitely still a really big part of my life. I love doing circus, I love traveling with it, I love it's my art, it's what I do, it's what I love. But I think another reason that the blog previously fell through is because I felt like I wasn't being 100% authentic with myself. And because there's so much more to me than just that part. There's all these other things that I am so interested in and so intrigued by. I love traveling, and I wound up going out of the country for my first time last year. I went to Thailand. I am currently studying to be a Reiki master so I can learn healing arts and work with actually devoting my time to helping people and understanding the human body and psychology. And then I'm also currently enrolled to be certified as an elemental hoop dance teacher, so now I'm taking, on top of being a performance artist, I'm wanting to teach this to people. But more so what I want to teach than just like, oh yeah, like let's do tricks. I want to teach people, a big part of what I'm learning is somatics. And somatics is a study of bringing consciousness back into the body. And I feel like with what I'm learning and what more there is to be learned, I feel like I can develop something into a practice where it can be a sort of physical therapy, not necessarily just defined by that, but I want it to go to a more deeper psychological level as well. And, that's something that's still in development. But even just all of that, just writing a blog about my performance, what is that really entailing if I'm trying to document a lifestyle that is different from other people's? If I'm still trying to teach about my life, how can I just tell this one small part of it? And originally I wanted to do it for inspiration, and I still do. I still want to be able to inspire people because there's so much going on, there's so much you can learn, there's so much I feel like people are interested in, and I don't think you should just be defined by one thing. I think that's what kind of made me so nervous about being judged, is because I tried to label myself as like, this is a performer, this is what I do. It's like, but underneath all that, like, I can't just label myself as that, because there's still this like soul part of me that's trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. I still have no idea. I don't know what I'm going to be doing 10 years from now. I don't know what my life calling is fully. I know I love doing performance and it's what makes me happy, so that's what I do. But I think what people really need in this life, or any life, is to really try to understand what makes them deeply, deeply happy, and not just follow these terms or go with what they think they should. Like, oh, I graduated high school, now I need to go to college and do all these things, when it's like, there's so much out there, there's so many choices. If you do go to college, I'm not saying anything against that. It's just, that wasn't my choice. And that's why I want people to see what this other side of life is, because everybody has this idea of how their life should be, how life should work. You go to college, you get married, you have kids, you get a home, or whatever order your life winds up doing. But I think there is a deeper meaning to our lives than just this idea. And I really want to invite people to be a part of this project that I'm doing, so that you can see, I'm trying to think of how to word this right, so that they can see that there's a lot more probably healing that needs to happen with them. That's another big reason I'm doing this, is because there's a lot of different aspects of myself that I need to heal, and this is all coming from stuff that I'm learning through my hoop dance teacher training. There's books that my teacher recommended to me, and one of them is a book by Bill Plotkin called Soulcraft, which is actually kind of what inspired me to get back into this writing, because I feel like communicating with people and communicating myself is going to be something that really helps me, because it's something that I have issues with. And a really big part of what this book is about is people are so, like, into this idea of spirit. Like, they want to become enlightened, they want to there's a lot of my friends or group of people that I know that are really into this becoming enlightened, understanding themselves sort of path, and it's really good. And what this book goes into is there's a whole nother part of it that a lot of people don't understand. It's the soul. There's the spirit, and then there's the soul, and the soul is more of the underworld part of yourself, and it's kind of like a death of the old you. And he said one of the biggest ways that you start to delve into this, when you're really getting into it, is you have to be 100% authentic with yourself and everybody around you. And that is why I have decided to make this my first entry, because I'm really not trying to make my life sound like this amazing thing. I'm not trying to tell everybody that I know everything. I'm trying to just authentically project my experience and my healing process for myself through whatever avenues decide to happen, or whatever life throws at me, so that people can understand how to heal themselves, or find their own ways, or find inspiration, or get these ideas into their head, because all I really want to do is just benefit me and benefit others in some way. So, with that, I really hope that you guys can join me along with this, and I would love any constructive criticism, or your comments or ideas, or sharing books and all these things that you're doing for yourself to make yourself better, because I really think there are some amazing people out there, and I really think that people are changing and people are becoming the better part of themselves. And whether or not they go along the same way that I do or the same way that you do, it doesn't really matter. Everybody has their own way of going about it. And that's what makes it so divinely beautiful. And so that's why I want to share my story. So thank you. And here is my blog, The Circus of Life. And the reason I chose The Circus of Life for the title is because, on top of being a circus performer, life is a circus. It literally is. You know, you can tell life, I have this plan. I plan to go to school. I plan to move and do this for this amount of years. And life just kind of slaps you in the face and is just like, good luck with that. I've had it happen to me multiple times. So, welcome to the circus.